Hello everyone and welcome to Monday. More importantly, welcome to December. I don't know about you guys, but I'm wondering where the other 11 months went. This has been one of the fastest years ever. I mean, this year just flew by, and I guess the older you get, like every passing year feels like it goes faster and faster, but this year in particular was crazy. Anyway, I got something in the mail today, and I'm going to use that to transition into what I want to talk about. So this is what I got. This is a copy of The Crew. It is I guess it's a racing game from Ubisoft. And this is another game that Ubisoft sent me in the mail. Now, to clarify something, which may not be immediately clear, I requested this. This is a game I requested. Ubisoft sent me an email, and presumably a lot of other people emails, a while back. Basically gave us a list of the games coming out in the holiday season, said if there's something you'd like to play, let us know, we'll send you a copy of it. With no strings attached, really, which was pretty cool. It's not like, they sent this and said, you have to do a video on this, you have to touch on these points or anything like that. No, it was just like, here's a game, which was neat. What's cool is that historically, review outlets get games, but Ubisoft is kind of testing the waters with, at least what seems to be, to me, sending games to YouTubers, people that aren't necessarily review outlets, and just letting them, have fun with it. So they sent this game, and if I want to do content on it, I can. If I don't have to. If I want to do a first 20, I can. If I want to do a full LP, I can. So they really give you a nice range, and I requested this, and I'm not a big racing guy, but whenever I read about it, and also there was a few videos from like E3 on it, it shows people being able to race across the entire U.S., and that got me excited. I mean, we took a road trip across the U.S. this summer, and I thought doing a first 20 and just driving from, Miami to Seattle in the game would be really fun. There's 1,900 square miles to explore, and I was like, okay, that sounds fun. I'm not a big racing guy, but I would be willing to show that on the channel because it seems interesting. Now, we're transitioning that into a topic on selling out. And I'm bringing this up because this has been thrown around a little bit recently, ever since I went to San Francisco to do the early Far Cry 4 thing. And it has been thrown around by a very small amount of people. Let me start with that. Like less than 1% of comments or tweets or whatever have mentioned this. So it's a small amount of people, but I thought it was worth mentioning to get, my thoughts on the subject and where I stand on things, and where I think that you should view my stance on things. So, a few months ago, I was contacted by Ubisoft to go to San Francisco and do their, Far Cry event, which I thought was really, really spectacular. Now, we were paid for the event, and a lot of times people, I guess, just don't understand on YouTube if they were paid for something. And there's a real quick and easy way to do this. If you watch a video and something says it was sponsored by, then that person was paid by whatever the company or product was. So, we did get paid for doing the Far Cry 4 video. Although that was really, to me, kind of an afterthought. Being able to go to San Francisco in the first place was really awesome. I was interested in going to San Francisco. And then also being able to play Far Cry 4 was kind of a bonus, because Far Cry 3 was a lot of fun. Whenever we did a first 20 of that, me and Mal both had a blast playing it. So to be able to go to a city I've never been to before and play a game that, I was actually interested in, was a big plus. And to spin it towards people that, think negatively towards that, I don't know why anyone wouldn't take the same opportunity. If you had an option to go to a city and play a game that you're interested in, like, why wouldn't you do that? That seems like a win-win. So that's why I did that. It's pretty simple. If anyone was in my shoes, I don't know why they wouldn't have done that. It just seems really fun. Now, if it was a game that I wasn't completely interested in, it may have been a different story. But Far Cry has a rich history of being a fairly good game. And going to play Far Cry 4 seemed like a no-brainer. People actually responded very well to the Death by Far Cry 4 video. It was a lot of fun to be there and shoot it. It was a lot of fun to actually come home and edit it and get it out, because I had a lot of fun playing it. Now, I think the problem was not with that. It was that whenever I came home and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do a Let's Play, people immediately thought, for some reason, that I was getting paid by Ubisoft to do this Let's Play, which is not the case. And I know I mentioned it a minute ago, but if a video says it's sponsored, that person got paid. And you are legally required to do that. Like, that's against the law if you don't. So, in the case of, like, the Far Cry 4 Let's Play, no, of course I'm not getting... What? No, that's crazy. I would have to put sponsored by at the beginning of the video, and so does anyone on YouTube. So you can use this to find out if someone's making a Let's Play, you know, because someone told them to. But my thoughts on it, because someone said, and someone left me a fairly... I don't know, mean-spirited comment on I think the first episode where they said, you know, you better not be getting paid to play this. And it was kind of odd to me, because my thoughts were, if I'm genuinely interested in playing this game, it doesn't matter if it's Far Cry 4 or any game, if I'm genuinely interested and a company wanted to pay me to play the Let's Play, oh my god, why wouldn't you do that? That's insane. Is that being a sellout? If I really wanted to play a game and they were like, yeah, man, here's money to play through the entire game, that would be awesome. I've never heard of any company doing that, but I think that would be incredible. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would get upset over that. That seems crazy. Now, one thing that would affect my decision to do something like that, and maybe what some people were thinking when they found out I was, you know, doing an LP and maybe thought I was getting paid by Ubisoft to do this LP, is if they said, you know, you cannot show any bugs, or you can't talk negatively about the game. You can only show, you know, certain things, or you can only speak positively about the game. I don't fly that way. That's not something I do. In fact, that's something I've made sure to always avoid. If someone wants to play by those rules, I don't play by those rules, because it's not honest. And that's one of the things that I've tried to establish early on in both of the channels, is honesty, and make sure that I continue to push that. So if a company wants to do that, first off, I negotiate. If someone is like, hey, you know, we want you to do this, but, you know, don't show anything, you know, negative or anything like that. The first thing I do is contact them, and I say, hey, I'm not cool with this part of the contract. Let's change this. And usually we can do that. If they won't, then I'm done. I won't do it, because it's not fair. You know, it's not fair to you guys. Like, if there's something crazy that happens that I have to leave it out, no. So that's the way I've always operated Stephen Plays. And if there's been a company, and there has before, I won't name any names, but if there's been someone that says, you know, don't speak negatively or don't show any bugs, I've negotiated that contract, because I think I should be able to, and I did, and it worked, so it was fine. But I just want you guys to know that, and I want you to understand how I view this sort of stuff. And like I said, this is an incredibly small percentage of people that said this. I mean, there's a few people that are like, you know, you're selling out. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. If there's a game I legitimately want to play, and a company is willing to pay me to do that, I think that's awesome. I think that's incredible. Wow, with the time we live in, it's 2014. People are getting paid to play video games. So yeah, that's where I stand on all this stuff. And I just want you to know that going forward, the honesty and integrity that you have seen in both channels for, you know, 5 years is something that I plan to keep. And I think that I'll include our track record on this sort of thing is freaking amazing. I really do. I'm incredibly proud of us. Not only what we've managed to achieve with your help, but also the level of integrity that we've held, and we'll keep that, you know, as we move on. So, am I getting paid by Ubisoft to do a Let's Play of Far Cry 4? No, that's ridiculous. But if I was, I would still do it, assuming I could say whatever I wanted. Yeah, heck yeah, that'd be awesome. And Far Cry 4 is actually a good game. I played a few hours of it in San Francisco, and I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, I hope that clears all that up. This may seem ridiculous. Some of you may be saying, Steven, you're obviously not a sellout. Well, thank you. I also think that. As far as sellout, I think, for me, a sellout would be someone who would do game videos, and first off, they'd be stuff that they don't even want to play, and then they would have to lie about whatever's in the game. They'd have to be like, oh, you know, this game's really good and there's no glitches, and when people get it, like, characters are flying through the air or something. I'm looking at you, Red Dead Redemption. There was people that flew through the air in that game. Alright, thanks for watching. This will not be out this Friday because I was trying to do PT last Friday and everything got crazy, so PT will be out this Friday. This should probably come out next Friday, and then we'll be back to doing, I don't know, other stuff. Thank you so much for watching and understanding, and as always, let's be back tomorrow shall we?
Then they can tell, the vendors, hey, Nintendo, 90% of the attendees at PAX went to your booth, and 80% of them stayed for longer than 10 minutes. So.
There are 2 of us. We have 4 lives between us. We could probably do this. Oh, Jesus!
Ow, it comes back.
Yeah, I would recommend not getting hit with... Oh, God. Oh, God. The floor is made of lava. At least it feels like it.